Now the death penalty opponents are again raising questions about Governor Pete Ricketts spending 54,000 taxpayer dollars on lethal injection drugs from India that never arrived. The state will likely never recover the money, and death penalty opponents say it's another reason why capital punishment should end here in Nebraska. Reporter Joe Cadot explains.
Retain a Just Nebraska was in Lincoln Thursday, bringing up again how Governor Ricketts tried to buy death penalty drugs from India a couple years ago. Troubles getting a hold of lethal injection drugs is one of several reasons the group wants the death penalty to stay out of the state.
Stakes on this issue are just too high. And look, in the last 20 years, when there was a lot of attempts to try to carry out an execution, not one colleague in that 20 years ever brought the bill to hide all this in secrecy, even though that might be a fix to it.
Nebraskans for the Death Penalty co-founder Bob Evnen says the reasons behind rejecting the drugs Ricketts tried to buy are thin. Evnen says he's confident that voters will reinstate the death penalty on Election Day.
There are ways of doing this that don't involve the importation of drugs. Now, it probably would require legislative change in order to do that. My thinking is that the legislators will respect the will of the people.
UNL law professor and lethal injection expert Eric Berger says even if Nebraska can get a hold of the drugs needed to execute inmates, part of the reason drug companies are reluctant to make them is because they are inhumane.
Raises a serious risk that the inmate will suffer an excruciating death. Everyone agrees that the third drug in the protocol, potassium chloride, is like being burned alive. It's like being burned at the stake inside your veins.
Evnen points out that the U.S. Supreme Court deemed the lethal injection protocol constitutional.
Other states do it. Other states have found ways to do it. We can do it too. What my hope is that Nebraskans will vote to keep the death penalty.
Joe Cadot, KMTV Action 3 News.